Hey guys, Caleb here again. I thought I'd also give you guys a little bit of information as far as like disc selection, a little bit more in depth with that. Just for beginners at least. I don't know much about, the sport. I'm still learning a lot as I go. But one of the things that I did pick up when you're just kind of starting out is that it's a good idea to pick a disc and learn that disc, okay? Now, what you want to do is you want to be able to control that disc pretty well, okay? For putters, like for me, you can do a little bit of research online and you want to try to find a putter that works good for you. For me, I wanted something that pretty much flew straight. There's a lot of different ones out there that you can pick. A lot of them will fly straight and then have a little bit of a fade at the end. One that I found that works well for me was the XT Nova. I believe that's by Innova. But there's a lot of different ones out there. Like I love my Crown. It's by Westside Disc, and it goes straight, but then it has a little bit of a fade on the end of it. Also, one of my friends, Marco, he was also showing me about this disc that's similar to the Nova, but it's a little bit better suited for like, putting off the tee. Maybe you have a shorter hole or something like that. It's called the Dart, and he prefers this one in the G-Star plastic type, and I really see why, because I picked me up one of those things and it flies so beautifully. But there's a lot of different putters out there, one of the websites that I like to use is Infinite Discs. Go Google them and you can look at all of the different types of putters and it'll show you their flight path, and if it goes straight and just kind of finishes to the left, or if it goes straight and curves hard left. Now, I think it's kind of best to kind of just practice on ones that go straight, because then that'll show you like how you're throwing and how you can kind of correct it. Now that's why kind of just starting off with putters will teach you how you're throwing, especially if you're throwing a straight one. See, what I mean by that is if you're throwing a putter that's supposed to just kind of go straight, well, it'll show you that, hey, this putter's supposed to go straight, but it turned to the left. Why did that happen? Well, it probably happened because you released it on like a little bit of a hyzer, or basically, remember how I was telling you, think of it like a clock. Well, you kind of released it from like the 9 o'clock to the 6 o'clock position. So if it's released at that angle, then it's naturally going to be curving to the left, okay? So that might be something that you want to do if the hole is like that and you're trying to drive with your putter. But if you're just kind of putting from like a 15-20 yard range trying to sink a putt, well, you probably want to kind of keep it straight, unless there's like an object in the way that you're trying to get around. Also, if it's kind of flying to the right, you might have released it on a little bit of an anhyzer line. But that's why I'm saying, like, go with something that has like a straight flight path, okay? Now, if you're looking at the numbers, usually you'll want something that has a 0-0 at the end. That means that it's gonna have a tendency to go straight and not like fade to the left. The first two numbers are like the speed and the glide, usually. I believe it is. I think it is off the top of my head. Anyway, like I said, I just started about a month or two ago, so I'm just kind of getting a feel for everything. But what I have learned is that, those first two numbers are pretty helpful as far as like the speed and the glide go. But when you want the last two numbers, when you're just kind of starting off, I like to keep those at a 0-0 for like my putter, just to kind of get a feel for like, oh, this disc is going to fly straight, but when I start to add a little bit of a angle on it, this is how it's going to go, or this is how it's going to go. So that kind of helps when you're just kind of getting a feel for throwing it, making sure that you're releasing it at like a straight angle with the nose down, or like a hyzer or anhyzer line, something like that. So and the same kind of goes with your mid-ranges. Now, most of the drivers are going to finish hard hard left unless they're like an understable, then they might do like a little bit of S kind of curve and then finish left at the end. But it just depends on what kind of a shot you're trying to go for and how you're releasing it. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update on the discs thing for beginners and stuff that might help you get started with a good putter and a good mid-range for you guys. Anyway, that's it. Have a good one.